All right, thank you.
I had that walking first.
I think the gremlins just like some people more than others.
I believe.
It's the Halloween season.
I think.
Okay, we are live.
All right. The hour of 5 arrived. I think the feedback.
Right, hour of.
We have it all. Is that all set then?
No, it's a delay, but I guess we'll just move forward.
But can they hear us? Thank you, Jen. Whatever
Yeah.
you did, I don't know.
You just
Turn
can't hear
the volume
yourselves
down.
anymore, but they can hear you.
They can hear us?
Okay.
Okay. All right, as long as they can hear us. All right, well, for the third time, the hour of 5:30 having arrived, we are going to call this meeting to order. And so the first order of business is a roll call.
Okay. Alder Taft,
I'm here.
Alder West is coming. Alder Pete,
Here.
Alder Horton,
Here.
Alder Tate the second.
Present.
That completes roll call.
Okay, first item then would be approval of the minutes for the October 10th meeting.
Move to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Moved by Alder Pete, seconded by Alder Horton. Any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, please, Director Fisher.
Item number 0783-22, communication sponsored by Alder Pethrath on behalf of the Department of City Development for review and approval of the 2023 operating plan for the Business Improvement District number 4, Douglas Avenue. Staff recommendation that the 2023 operating plan for Business Improvement District number 4, Douglas Avenue be approved. Further, that the finance director be authorized and directed to include the district's special charges on the 2022 property tax bills of the affected parcels. Fiscal note that it's estimated that 41,125 will be raised through bid assessments that we've placed into the Douglas Avenue Business Improvement District's revenue account. I believe we have someone from the business district here to speak on this item.
All right.
Thank you. My name is David Natmus. I'm chair and treasurer of Douglas Bid. We've been, this is our 12th year of being a bid. We're asking for approval of the committee for 41,125 for our 2023 budget. That's a little bit less than 1% increase over last year. The property assessments for Douglas Avenue increased the same amount. So we're doing basically keeping the mill rate the same that they have the last 10 years. And I'm proud to say we're only half the mill rate of the other bids. That's all right.
All right.
We are continuing with our programs we've been having lately. We have the light at the night where we are paying businesses to put lights in the front of their buildings, make it easier, safer, and look more aesthetically proper. We have security cameras that the police actually have admin power over and they use all the time. We have solved a number of crimes with the cameras. We have currently 6 cameras up from the out down to Hamilton. We got permission to put 3 more up at the property owners, and those will be all the way up to South Street. We hired a part-time marketing person, and they started last month, and it's going great. Our Facebook already has double the viewership it had less than 2 months ago. And we actually have businesses now who are saying, we want to be on your Facebook, and we are also letting them on their Facebook page. And we're getting some good action, and we put a lot more of that. Thank you.
Great. Any questions about the numbers? Yes.
Yes.
Alder Pete?
Yes, what is your total budget? Is that the 132,000?
That's what we hope. We have excess cash. We've had a problem for a number of years with COVID of getting projects off the ground to be done. And we've had some issues getting approval from the city on some of our projects. We are still hoping this year to put up a pocket park, a bike rest stop behind KFC in South and Douglas. We've had it for 2 years now, and we're still waiting for city attorney to give us approval because the land is owned by Wienergy's. We have a MOU from them to use the land if we and do what we want with it if we have liability insurance on it. And we're trying to get approval from city attorney now for a year to get approved that. I think we're getting close. So that'll be one of our things we're doing. So the 41 is for this year, but we have excess cash for the rest of the money.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Great. Any other questions? Seeing none, a motion would be in order at this time.
Second.
Okay, moved by Alder Chick the second, seconded by Alder Horton. Thank you, sir. Any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, please.
0792-22 communication sponsored by Mayor Mason on behalf of the Department of City Development requesting permission to apply for and if awarded, accept fiscal year 2023 United States Environmental Protection Agency Brownfield Community-Wide Assessment Grant for the city of Racine, control number 00484. Staff recommendation that the interim assistant director of city development or her designee be authorized to act on behalf of the city to submit to the US EPA an application for the community-wide assessment grant, sign all forms and documents necessary, pay all fees, take necessary action to undertake direct, complete, and carry out grant activities if awarded. This will note the city will apply for the maximum amount of funding of $500,000 to be used over a grant period of 4 years. There is no match requirement for this grant. Mike Lechner will be speaking on the item. Sorry, Mike, I forgot your title.
We're here to ask your permission to apply for the EPA grant. It's $500,000. It is an assessment grant. This is to use to determine the condition of the property. It is a grant and it's for the whole community.
Okay. Any questions? Yep.
Do you have any particular brownfield sites that you're looking for that are kind of queued up for assessment? You receive this grant?
This is for newer projects. We have some that we can use it on that we don't have it, like we have not gone any further with them because they're we don't have any money to test them any further. So we will. And this we can use for our sites and for development sites for developers.
Any further questions? So this is just, how many of these brownfield sites do you think we have in the city ballpark?
Truly, we can use this on just about the whole city because there is a level of contamination just about everywhere we look.
Industrial town. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Any further questions? Seeing none, a motion would be in order at this time.
Move to approve. Second.
Okay, moved by Alder Horton, seconded by Alder Tate the second. Any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, please.
Item number 0787-22, communication sponsored by Alder Taft on behalf of the chief of police requesting permission to apply for and if awarded, accept the 2022 local community grant number 00485. Staff recommendation that the chief of police be granted approval to apply for and if awarded, accept the 2022 local community grant. This note grant amount is $3,500. There is no city match. Chief Robinson is here to speak on the item. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, alders. This request to apply and to accept the grant if approved is a grant that we apply for annually with Walmart to fund our Shop for a Cop activities every year. So that kind of speaks for itself.
All right.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, moved by Alder Tate the second, seconded by Alder Horton. Any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you,
Thank
sir. Next, I believe,
Item number 0796-22, communication sponsored by Alder Taft on behalf of the benefits manager requesting permission to appear before the finance and personnel committee to discuss the city's stop loss insurance coverage for 2023. Staff recommendation that the mayor and city clerk be authorized and directed to enter into an agreement for the city's 2023 health insurance stop loss coverage with American Fidelity Assurance Company through Brown and Brown. Fiscal note, estimated cost for the city only is about $810,000. Funds are allocated in the 2023 budget under account 70312523130, stop loss premium. Benefit manager Amelia Lean is here to speak on the item.
Yes, good evening. Thank you for letting me present on this item this evening. So my name is Amelia. I am the benefits manager here for the city. I also have Julie Solomay here. She is the vice president and senior benefits consultant for Brown and Brown. So with this item, Brown and Brown went out to market for our stop loss renewal and received 7 responses total. Of those 7 responses, 5 of those companies declined to bid due to being uncompetitive, leaving 2 remaining. So for this item, I'm asking for approval to move forward with this renewal for our stop loss insurance plan through American Fidelity. Our individual deductible will stay at $275,000, and we will have one laser with the laser liability of $385,000. And with this renewal, our premiums will increase by 8.39%. But overall, there's going to be a reduction in liability by a negative 6.37%. And that is due to going from 2 lasers down to 1, as well as the negotiated terms of our 1 remaining laser with this renewal. So with that being said, if the committee has any questions on this information, myself or Julie can help answer them at this point in time.
Can you just define for folks who may be less familiar what the laser is, what that means?
Yes, absolutely. So with stop loss, we have a self-funded medical plan, so we pay medical claims for the members on our medical insurance. With stop loss insurance, we pay up to that $275,000. We pay anything over that, then we're reimbursed by the stop loss insurance company. With lasers, it's negotiated to have that capped at a higher dollar amount. So instead of only paying $275,000 for that one member, with this renewal, it'll be $385,000, if that makes sense.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Alder Pete.
Thank you. You're saying your maximum liability is $385,000.
That is with this one laser, just this one member on our plan. For all other members, it would be that $275,000.
Any further questions? All right, seeing none, a motion would be in order at this time.
Move to approve.
Second,
Okay, moved by Alder Horton, seconded by Alder Pete. Any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next item, please.
Item number 0795-22, communication sponsored by Mayor Mason on behalf of the Human Resources Director, requesting that the signing bonuses previously authorized by the Common Council in August of 2021 be extended to all non-represented full-time, long unfilled positions, and an additional $50,000 of city ARPA funds be allocated for this purpose. Staff recommendation that the signing bonuses previously authorized by the Common Council in August of 21 be expanded to all non-represented full-time, long unfilled positions for purposes of recruitment, and an additional $50,000 of city ARPA funds be allocated for these purposes. Fiscal notes funds in the amount of $50,000 are available in the compliance category of ARPA to be reprogrammed for this purpose. HR Director is here to speak on the item.
Hi, Monica Horton, HR Director. As Kathleen just said, we're requesting an additional $50,000 so that we can extend it out to all non-represented positions, which will help us in this market. For instance, we've had several positions that have went unfilled, sanitarian, engineer, electrician, and some have been unfilled for up to a year. So the sign-on bonus would be greatly appreciated in today's current challenging market.
I have a question for that. If we do hire someone with a signing bonus, is there a time frame that they have to stay with the city or anything with that like that?
So previously for like CDL and the public health nurses,
Mhm.
18 months.
18 months, okay, for CDL and public health nurses. What about something like a DPW or sanitation worker?
Well, the CDL
Is-
would cover the
DPW, okay. So, all right, I just was curious about that. Yes, Alder Jane.
And you gave reference to positions that have been open for more than a year, but is there any more definitive to say like what defines a long unfilled position? So it's kind of less subjective.
So I can't really say for sure what would define long unfilled, other than the fact that 6 months is a long time. So there, it could be 6 months to a year. That's a long time for a position to go unfilled, especially such as like city development, a director position. That's not filled.
So part of the reason I ask is there may be positions that are vacant for 3 or 4 months, and that person may not get offered the signing bonus because we haven't specifically define what that long unfilled position is, so I think it might be worthwhile to share where that cutoff is, or where the initiation phase is for when the signpost we want to elect the positions.
That can be done.
Okay. Do I hear an amendment or we just? Yeah.
And discussion.
Okay. Any further questions about this item? For the director? I don't see any other questions, so then a motion or an
I'll do
amendment.
the roll vote, so I can't miss it.
Okay, sure. So, how should we proceed if we want to clarify long-filled to be defined as 6 months or more? Should I make a motion?
Yeah, you should probably make a motion to change the staff recommendation.
Okay, I'm going to move to clarify the recommendation to define a long, well, I just want to get the wording right, long unfilled positions to 6 months or more. And do you think that's reasonable, Director, or do you think?
I honestly think it would be position dependent, but 6 months and more is somewhat reasonable. I don't know if I would necessarily want a department head position to be vacant for 6 months.
For 6 months? Well, that's why I want to get your feedback. I mean, what do you think is reasonable for a long unfilled?
To be honest, if we could go 3 to 6 months or 3.
3 makes sense? Okay, so I am going to withdraw my amendment and I am going to propose a new amendment to propose that a long unfilled position should be defined as unfilled for 3 months or more. So, thank you for the clarification. And I would need a second. on that. A second by Alder Horton. Okay, so let's vote on the amendment then. And do we have any discussion on the amendment? Seeing none, all in favor of the amendment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry, we'd like a roll call, please, for this one. Can we have a roll call?
What's the motion on
The motion on the floor is to amend the language to define the long unfilled position as 3 months or more.
Okay. Alder Tab,
Aye.
Alder Pete,
Aye.
Alder Horton,
Aye.
Alder take the second.
Abstain.
That completes the roll call.
Okay, thank you very much. So then that brings us to the larger item. So what do I have a motion to approve the item as amended?
Second.
Okay, I will, yeah, sure. I made the motion and Alder Horton seconded it.
Okay.
So moved and properly seconded. Any further discussion on the item? I'd like a roll call on this item too, please.
Alder Tab,
Aye.
Alder Pete,
Aye.
Alder Horton,
Aye.
Alder take the second. That completes roll call.
Thank you so much. That motion carries. Next item, please.
Item number 0776-22, communications sponsored by Alder Taft on behalf of the city attorney's office, submitting the claim of T.Y. Charles for consideration for disallowance. Staff recommendation that the claim be disallowed. That's what the attorney did.
Please proceed.
Thank you. So the claimant is Ty Charles, who is the owner of a vehicle that was being operated by Miss Casey Peliquin on July 31st of this year. The claim involves a car accident where Ms. Peliquin was going straight down an alley that ended in a T intersection. The police car was coming up to that intersection, and there was poor sight lines, the garage there, and they ended up hitting each other. Now, I'd note that Ms. Peliquin was cited for operating while suspended because of this incident. And according to the officer, she was traveling at a rate of speed, I think 15 to 20 miles per hour in the alley. So basically, although there was a claim for $8,272.07 for damages, the estimates, they submitted multiple estimates, and they actually range from just over $4,000 to the $8,000 amount. The city's going back and forth with this claimant to figure out liability and the appropriate amount of damages. But in the interim, we would ask that you disallow this claim so that the process will continue.
Move to disallow.
Second.
Okay, moved by Alder Tate the second, seconded by Alder Horton. Any further discussion on this item? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, please.
Item number 0777-22, communication sponsored by Alder Taft on behalf of the city attorney's office submitting the claim of Chester Isom for consideration for disallowance. Staff recommendation that the claim be disallowed.
Okay, Attorney Wu.
This claimant, Chester Isom, is claiming reimbursement in the amount of $100,000 for damages allegedly arising from a car accident involving a DPW van that occurred on January 16, 2020. The medical bills that he claims are a total at $22,030.59. However, he's claiming that we owe him $100,000. We're still disputing the liability and the damages. And, you know, we're in discussions with them, but in order to ensure that the favorable statute of limitations apply, we'd like to disallow it this time. We'll continue talking.
Okay. Move to disallow.
Second.
Okay, I moved, Alder Pete seconded, and is there any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. So our next item is coming up for closed session. So it is intended that the Finance and Personnel Committee will convene in closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.851G to confer with legal counsel concerning strategy with respect to litigation in which the city of Racine is or is likely to become involved. Would you care to read the item, Director Fisher?
Sure. Item number 0778-22, communication sponsored by Alder Taft on behalf of the city attorney, requesting the city attorney meet with Finance and Personnel Committee concerning litigation in which the city is likely to become involved, specifically related to the claims of Eleuterio Ortiz and Secura Insurance. Staff recommendation is NA, fiscal note NA.
All right, so move to, oh, sorry.
Move to closed session.
Second.
Moved by Alder Pete the second, seconded by Alder Horton. Roll call vote at this time, please.
Alder Taft,
Aye.
Alder Pete,
Aye.
Alder Horton,
Aye.
Alder Tate the second.
Aye.
That completes roll call to go into closed session.
All right, we are going to enter into closed session now.
I just give me a moment here.
Stop the stream on Zoom.
I'm trying to, but this is not the screen, but it should be up.
Okay, what happens if we hit?
Got it.
Yep.
That part, but I don't wanna- It's about the normal screen. All right.
Go to the Zoom window. This is just Facebook that was.
Yeah, it's in here.
Like just on that one.
It won't do it.
Click on the blue Zoom.
That's where I was.
There.
All right.